This week's episode of the Deckchair and Yumz podcast is brought to you by 12 million fucking pound. 12 million pictures of his ma to somebody you never met. Fuck me, I thought the self-employment grant was good money. Where are you getting yours? I've never met the cunt. Play the fucking intro.
What's up, motherfucker? 12 million.
Fucking 12
pictures of his
million
ma.
pictures of his fucking ma. And not stamps, like. That's 12 million pound. The NHS is on its knees. Fucking electricity's going up, gas is going up, rent's going up, house price is going up. 12 million pound.
The only good thing is we didn't pay it.
Well, no, not us directly, but we did.
We did.
We did, like.
Our taxes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
that's a bit.
my taxes.
Aye, well, I pay taxes?
Some taxes.
Aye. I fucking pay my tax bill.
You probably pay more tax than I do.
Aye, that's the other thing about fucking... Because I was saying to you before we started recording, I was like, oh, I should have a funny ad about Prince Andrew. I'm too raging.
You couldn't have, no.
Too angry to be like...
Yeah.
Imagine fucking... He didn't even make it.
Although it is a wee bit funny when you think of 12 million that he's paying out to somebody he never met for something he didn't do.
Aye. Pizza Express should come out with a pizza called the 12 million.
The 12 million?
Yeah. And there's nothing on it.
Just pepperoni in the shape of the Queen.
Aye. They just bring out an empty box and you go, where's my pizza? And they go, where's the pizza?
Never had pizza.
This box is even sweaty. Exactly. It's just that wee thing, the wee triangle to stop the pizza sweating on the box. It's just that in a box. 12 million fucking pound. I paid my tax bill there 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. And you essentially, and me and James talked this before paying taxes, I essentially just gave the government grant back.
Yeah.
Because I had no expenses for a year. Yeah. I basically just went
short-term funding is what's called.
Fucking smart boys, telling you. No flies in them Tories.
Oh, you nearly think you know what they're at now.
Oh, you nearly think
Nearly.
it. Oh.
But yes, in all fairness, now, poor old Andrew now.
The Grand Old Duke of York. What's he called now? Is he still the Duke of York? Was he ever the Duke of York? They should rename the pub the Duke of York, by the way, because that's connotations.
Yeah. Although you do plenty of sweating in there.
I dare say changing the sign would probably cost more than he paid out.
12 million. It's a fucking...
There's lots of things I think there's loads of things I think they should rename though. Just put, like Savile Row, change that.
Change that the fuck, yeah.
Should have changed that after Derry, to be honest with you. After that inquiry. What else?
Glitter.
What else? Glitter, yeah. You should do it, yeah, definitely rename glitter. Just call it sparkly dust.
Fairy dust.
Yeah, PCP.
Oh, I like that.
Which I believe is a grant you get if you've got gout, isn't it?
That's a PCSP.
All right, sorry.
The Police and Community Safety Partnership.
How do you know that?
Because I know everything.
PCSP?
PCSP.
So that's a rap group you should start.
My life, my day job revolves around fucking acronyms.
Who are they? The Traveller family?
UDA, IRA, UVF, LVA, you know.
All right, well, I'm not getting involved. Let's address really quickly the fact that me and you're both dressed like Bewitched as well. We really need to start ringing ahead. Like, when we're both wearing Fat Man shirts.
It's a reboot of Cool Hand Luke, and they need someone to go out in the chain gang. And we're going to go out and tar the roads.
Yes, boss.
Shaking a tree here, boss.
Nobody knows. Trouble I seen.
We did double denim.
We double denim. We're wearing the same colour jeans and everything. Like,
we should coordinate the
What colour pants are you wearing?
None.
Me neither. Just skid marks and the truth. Is the name of my autobiography. Mickey Bartlett, underpant diffin. So you haven't wiped it all away. You've a Harry Holes when it happens that way, do you know what I mean? Speaking of shit, we need this for a story.
Oh,
right?
no.
So it's not about me.
Right.
So, what day is today? Thursday? Yeah, yesterday. So yesterday, my sister, right, who is now heavily pregnant,
yes,
with her second child, right, messaged me on Tuesday night. She goes, "Here, can you take your nephew, the firstborn, the son and heir of the Bartlett? Well, not really, because the second name's not Bartlett anymore, but I need to get a son, just to keep a family, family tree going. Then maybe one day my son could do something heinous, and I'd be all, I'd give £12 million, you'd be right. But
you gotta have a girl.
No, I'm not gonna have a girl. No, not at all. If my firstborn child was a girl, I'd be all, listen, your name's Joe, and we're just gonna staple a sausage to your family until you're old enough to fight, right? Why did I fuck up? Right?
Just do your towel.
Now smoke your fags and go to bed. I'm two, I know. Do you want to see 3D? Them teeth are going to fall out anyway, so I have no problems kicking them out of your fucking mouth. But what are you joking? I love kids. So my nephew's the apple of my eye, right? My nephew's the reason why I don't think I should have children, because I've said this before. I look at my nephew and I think I love him so much. I don't think there's enough room in my heart to love a biological child of my own. I think I would die. Yeah, like I would just turn into light.
You would overcome you.
Yeah, it definitely would, right? And I would never let it leave the house because I'd be afraid of somebody hurting his feelings, and then I'd have to go on a killing spree. Like I think if my nephew came home from his first day in big school and somebody bullied him, I'd just start killing random people, hoping I got the right. Do you know what I mean? Like I love him that much. So my sister was like, "Hey, do you want to take a wee one to soft play?" And I was like, "Fucking absolutely." Of
course you do. Why not?
So went and picked him up. He's running about because he's just potty training him. So he's running about like t-shirt, no bags, right? And I'm like, "Now the whole soft play." She's like, "No, put a nappy on him for soft play, just so you don't have to deal with like, because he doesn't really know how to say. You have to watch him start to pee." Oh, you know what I mean? And just be eagle-eyed.
You're looking for the glazed eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know, they're staring off.
Yeah, when he's staring past the TV, you're like, "Oh fuck, right, Code Brown, right? We're DEFCON poop here, right?" So took him to soft play, had a great time. Right, I got to the house. He's in his Winnie the Pooh costume, t-shirt, no pants. And I went, "Do you want to go to soft play?" And he immediately was like, "Come on, come on,
take me, big man."
Yeah, wang hanging out like, "Fucking come on." So I went to soft play. I had a lovely moment where I realised the difference between an uncle and a dad. Right, is that there was uncles running about soft play with the kids, and the dads were just on their phones, being like, "I don't give a fuck what happens to them." Right, yeah. I'm knackered. I'm so tired.
Fucking sums it up.
So tired. Right.
Yeah, you play with them, you can't.
Yeah. So then went soft play, had a great time. Took him, bought him a new pair of Air Force Ones, so he can look like his Uncle Mick, right? Me and the wee man fucking repping, right? Nightmare trying to get a 3-year-old to get shoes, because obviously they had to measure his feet. He doesn't want to do that. No. He just wants to. And God love him. He was like, he goes, tidy shoes, and I'm trying to go, no, they're for display purposes only, wee man. Like, so you're trying to rationalise with a 3-year-old, and you go, I know you don't have the words. Like I said before, it was like phoning a call centre. Like, no.
He barely understands wee man, let alone display purposes.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm like fucking, and then I was getting all, because I used to work in retail, I'm like, fuck, I used to hate people like you. So eventually get him this fucking sweet pair of kicks. So he's ready for his first rap battle, right? I went to McDonald's because I'm thinking, best uncle in the world. I'll fill him full of poison.
Get a happy meal.
Exactly, right. So fruit shoot, because I'm not a, you're not an animal. I'm not trying to ruin his life. Like, here's some reconstituted chicken. Yeah. And a fruit shoot, right? So then we go back to the house, and he rattled, because this is the thing as well, right? Watching a 3-year-old, he was on, do you know those bits in soft play things? I don't know if you've been recently, but they have these things where it's just nets, like 3 layers of net, and the kids can kind of safely fall.
Yeah, I got stuck on one of them one time.
So he decided to have a go, right? And then immediately went, "Oh fuck, I'm not ready for this." But
that's exactly what happened to me.
Right? But I couldn't get up to him, right? So he's just hanging on, and I was like, "That cunt can just," he was just hanging there, like no problem. Just like I'm
no
like,
weight, you see, no weight.
Child's a tank, right? So then, dudes go to McDonald's, whatever. He rattled the whole fucking Happy Meal, ate my dad's chips, stole my Coke. I'm like, "Fucking have what you want, me man." You know what I mean? 80-pound trainer, sure, but you're the best. And then my sister, so he was sitting in the living room with Dad, and my dad went, go Brown, right? And he was just squatting. She's like, "Oh, no, right? So she gets the potty ready, got his keks off him, put him in the toilet, and there he was just, and he sat for fucking ages.
Oh, yeah.
And she was going, is he? And it's a weird thing to see whenever, like, you just see, like, a heavily pregnant woman kind of lift her son's ass cheek to see if there's any shit coming out. And she was like, "Oh, I don't think he is. I think he's just farting." And I was like, "I'm in the kitchen and I know what child's not farting." And I've had COVID, but I can smell a dump, right? And then I hear my sister going, "Oh, fuck." "Oh, fuck." Right? And I'm looking at everybody going like, this is going to be a bug fest, and I'm going to be the only one that can deal with it. I went in, Connor. Now, I am not joking when I say this child shit like a fucking man, right? And I was kind of proud of him. A bit of me was like, "I'll get off my side, son. ABS, good man." Right? It was fucking huge. My sister, and she's going to kill me for telling people this, booked down her own top. So she ran up the stairs to get changed, right? My girlfriend and my ma ran in to see what was going on, immediately ran out, like, "Oh, what, right?" I ran in, like, no, I was proud of myself, but the family was also proud, right? So because I ran in, threw a bit of tissue over the top of the massive turd, picked the potty up, 2 hands, right? Yes. I mean, I was like, that child shit the weight of himself.
Dad, give us a hand.
I swear to God, right? Now I know if I was carrying the shit to the toilet, well, the potty, just going to empty the potty in the toilet, And everybody, now I don't know if this is a bad sign of my family. They all went, "Fuck, that's not a bad idea." And I was like, "Where have you been putting these?"
What were they doing?
Just fucking them into the garden. Being, "Oh, we'll grow spuds." I don't know what the fucking plan was. Maybe we'll grow chicken nuggets.
About a compost?
Oh. But I went up, emptied the shit into the toilet, and it went like this. Gadulk.
Oh, aye.
Like it was. I have never in my life seen, and it wasn't like a mound of shit. It was like a massive.
Oh man!
It must have been the length of them.
Yeah, I like we're dealing with that too. But I think about your material nearly nightly.
Well, thank you.
When that's
Is the stuff about
when that's happening, when the shit is going on with the dumping it.
Oh, I do.
Every fucking time I hear that noise, I think of dumping it.
It's
If you haven't seen it, go and see Mikey.
yeah. It was one of those ones where because I didn't. You obviously don't want to pour it out gradually. You want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I had
Was there enough lubrication to keep it from sticking?
Thank God. Yeah. Now it left skid marks in the toilet.
Right. Yes.
I'm going. That's a double differ.
That is a double.
If you're
differ.
leaving skid mark in a toilet you didn't shit in, that's impressive.
That a snail trail with no ass on it is
Aye, that's fucking very impressive.
Very impressive.
But I thankfully had the presence of mind to go, this is going to splash.
Oh,
So I kind of trebuchet it, if you will.
Fucking
If you pardon me for using medieval weaponry terms.
Fine.
Ka-dunk.
Nice.
And what a splash made.
afterwards.
Aye. And I went down, I was like, high five, wee man. Fucking fair play to you. While everybody else booked.
Yeah.
And the whole family was like, he's going to be such a good dad one day. And I was like, I'm never having kids ever, if that's what you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Twice a day. Fuck that.
Do you want me to start?
No, right enough.
Because we had that back again there recently.
Really?
The last 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Aye, 3 mornings in a row.
Just in time for Bobby San's birthday.
Just honestly, long case like wouldn't have a look in.
Aye.
It was fuck. To the point on the 3rd day, I thought she was going to start demanding political status.
Won't wear a uniform.
Doesn't want civilian clothes. Wants full status.
Wolf Tones are writing a
Just
song about
give
her.
me a fucking blanket.
There was a girl called Ruby. She lived in Oma Town. Her teeth were white, the walls were fucking brown. Sorry, that's really weird. I'm sorry.
Actually, the worst part of it was the teeth were brown.
Oh no.
Nah, there's no, you know what, like... And
I wish. Why do you do
when
this
you
every
have
time I make a wee joke about it?
Because it's deadly.
I love to be a real cunt.
No, but because you're a cunt. No,
I'm
but
not. That's just, I love her like family.
I know, and that's why we have to talk about it. But the weird, like, it's like your nephew. We're talking about him going to the toilet. Does he have any interest in the actual output?
No,
that's
it actually seconds him. Like he's
Brilliant.
like fucking yeah.
Imagine the opposite.
Aye.
Imagine they love it, and nothing about it is wrong to them.
Aye, man, fuck, I don't know. Aye.
It's obviously a sensory thing with a strong smell and a strong taste.
Aye.
Is what, you know. But you try cleaning that. Now, my wife is the one that does all the fucking hard work. Like, I'm usually left scrubbing the walls like a fucking prison warden. But yeah, it's a.
Aye, man, because I'll say this, like that was yesterday, and I can still smell it.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's a weird thing where my brain remembers the smell of that shit.
Yeah.
Like it was a beast. Like
yeah, so hopefully we had a bit of respite there for 2 days. She was away for 2 nights, so hopefully that means we broke the spell and they had to deal with it tomorrow morning, hopefully, or this morning actually. We were hoping and praying that's going to be okay. So, but it's one of those ones, you know, where you're like, what the fuck? What do you do? There's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing, you know, and like your nephew's going to go through the proper developmental process of, like, as you say, fuck, I don't like that, but I'll get it done. No, we're not.
he was going through a weird phase where my sister was saying that he was like, she'd put him on the potty when he looked like he was starting to pee, and he would just be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
It must be very alien if you're a child and the first time somebody sits you down and go, what do you want?
And something I'd never thought about before as well, having to say to a 3-year-old, now poke your willy in.
Yeah.
Which I've talked about before. Me and Geddes talked about this for years. Anytime someone has a really big shit in a movie, when they panic, they never show them going. They just show them pulling their cacks and they never show because you'll like.
Oh, all of those.
So that was an interesting day for me. And you obviously win the shit stories.
Oh no!
Although I did drink Guinness all day Valentine's Day, so it could be a draw.
It could be.
Do you know what I mean?
You could come down
because there was some. There was some scrubbing done in my house on Tuesday morning. Like, I'm gonna tell you that much.
Come down to Shade and Rivers Room. You can be the black and tans.
She could be the So Solid crew, and I would not be. Tell you what. I do Bruce Lee shit. It's like water. It can crash, it can flow. It can skitter.
I'd always wanted to shit.
Do you know what
stories
could be?
like
Maybe that'll be a way to do it. Get me to shit in Ruby's room. It should be all fucking different. Like,
I rub it all over her face.
Doesn't
What
get
do you
worse.
fucking like it? Yeah.
I don't know, man. Fucking hell. I had a couple of gigs on. I've offended people quite a few times this week, you know.
Have you?
In the old stand up.
No, Michael.
So I'll start in reverse order.
Right.
So did the Empire Tuesday night, and I was down in Galway Monday.
Right.
Took a feed of pints. I thought I'll have one.
A heap of
of them. I thought to myself, I'll have 1 pint of Guinness because I'm in
Uh-huh.
Galway, and it was that nice. I went, fuck my psoriasis. I'll just limp another week. Fuck it.
Warrior can warrior.
I
all
don't
the
give a
time.
fuck. I was like, fuck my liver, fuck my asshole, fuck everything. Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in one pub. I went to another pub, and I was like, that's even better than the last pub. But that's because I had 5 in the first pub. I
It
mean,
always seems to work that way, doesn't it?
it was one I once
But
were like,
you just
I
know
had-
when you touch.
do you know when it was that nice where you go, like the first pint didn't even hit the edges of my mouth, like it just fucking glunk.
Dimna.
Yeah, it was. Oh Christ, it was so good. Now it just gives me a minute to think about it. Wrong button.
Wrong one.
But
Quite appropriate.
it wasn't a bad shout. What the fuck was I saying?
The pints is
Oh, why? So then,
we're
so we drove back in Galway Tuesday.
offending people.
And was doing the Empire on Tuesday night.
Uh-huh.
And I had a big dinner and all, and just one of them days you're going, I haven't prepared for this at all. Now, definitely one of those situations where I go, I wasn't on form there, wasn't
Right, okay.
mentally prepared to do the gig, right?
Yeah.
I have a wee joke that came from this podcast, actually,
That'll be good.
where I go, do you think trans people ever get flashbacks?
Right, yes,
Now, the
okay,
joke itself, I'm not going to spoil the punchline, the joke itself isn't offensive.
Yes.
But I've started doing this wee thing where I like to start with something that sounds like it's going to be offensive and then go, ta-da, it wasn't.
Yes, okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're just normalising stuff here, folks.
Yeah.
Come on in, we'll laugh at everybody.
Yeah.
Come on in,
Absolutely.
right? So I went, do you think trans people ever get offensive? And it was a tough room anyway, and a woman down the back went,
Oh, no.
and gasped. And I was like, you've now made this joke 10 times worse.
You hadn't even got to
I hadn't even got to
just
the joke yet.
mention
Yeah,
the
I hadn't got to the
premise
joke yet.
of
And
it.
she gasped so much that I went, did you just have a Vietnam flashback there? Like, you've just remembered something fucking horrible. And everybody heard it happen. Like, I wanted to stop the gig and go, can we go down and make sure she's all right? Like,
Yeah,
either-
one of those ones where you
that-
can't avoid it. You
It was
have to
such a
acknowledge
loud
it.
gas. I've been thinking, what else could have happened? Do you know what I mean? Because it couldn't have been. I'm like, did she check her lottery app and go, I just won 109 million pound? Like, did she just read that Prince Andrew was getting off? Well, not because he never met her. But I'm like, what the fuck else could have happened there that made you
Gasp so
gasp
much.
with that? And then on Saturday night, I was in the Imperial Bar in Bangor.
No, sorry, before you move on to that one, at the Empire, then did she actually take offence at the rest of the bit of the joke?
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know because it was kind of one of those ones where I was so thrown, even as a professional comedian, as long as I'm doing it. One of those situations where it threw me that much, I was like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
You don't know
Like,
where
I
to
don't
go
even know
next,
where to go
yeah.
here
Yeah.
because the next joke's filthy. So if you got offended by the idea of something, when I'm acting out,
When you're actually gonna say
launching
it.
spunk up a wall, she's probably on the back like that. Yes, fucking jizz him, jizz him more
That's
like.
something I can get on board with.
Oh, gives the jizz. So you have no idea. I left early. It was one of those ones where I drove home.
Oh, no, yeah.
And I had been talking some serious smack about the Empire because it was opening.
Right, okay, yeah.
Because I just asked for whatever spots were available.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to shit all over this fucking gig and make them be all fuck. He has the headline every time he's here. This is my house. You're in bed. And I died on my fucking hole. Like my girlfriend was like, no, you have a rough one, did you, big man? I was like, yeah, actually. And then on Saturday night I was in Bangor and I can't remember what I was doing. I've started doing a wee thing now because the show, well, by the time this goes out, the show no one will have happened. But I've started doing a wee thing now where I just do a wee bit of crowd work at the start.
Yeah.
Because I got bored with the jokes. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm just going to start, not bored with the jokes, it's very funny, but do you know what I mean? You start playing about. And I mentioned something about English people. And this woman, do you know like when you get a heckle and you go, no, I went on and brought on Ian Thompson who's doing support. So I had a wee scan of the room.
Right,
so
yeah.
even then I was like, she's blocked.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So do you know when you get a heckle where you go, you've just said something?
Yeah, it just was it was a loud thought.
Yeah, you've just fucking, it is absolutely no relevance to
Yeah.
what the fuck is happening. And I was doing some joke with English people and she went like that. I'm English. Sorry, mate. Fucking hit the horse. She went, I'm English. And I went, what? And she went, I'm English. And I went, well, fuck off back to England. and she put her coat on and left. So maybe she did.
Did she actually leave?
Man, I was watching her, and it was like it was one of those things where the gig was fucking great. And I'm
Right.
like, Imperial Bar and Bangor. Friday night was good. Saturday night was fucking unreal, right? And I watched this woman put her coat on from a seated position as I was doing the next bit of material. So I'm sitting there going, she's leaving, right? But because everybody like turned and pointed and laughed at her when I told her to fuck off, I couldn't even go, by the way, everybody, she's leaving.
Oh, you should have.
Do you know what I mean? I should have.
She took my advice.
Because I got messages off people when I got home, like, do you know what English girl left? I'm like, yeah, it was a well-lit room, there's only 100 there. I saw her. Go, excuse me. But put her coat on, like, sitting down. Do like the last period of school, like 5 minutes before the bell.
Shuffling the arms in through, just ready to fuck it.
Didn't know she could break dance, so they put her fucking coat back on.
Like you're synchronized swimming.
Aye. And I laughed. Because again, the kind of situation where you were like, all you got annoyed about there was the fact that I didn't like you talking.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That was it. That and that, well, an English person.
Yeah, obviously she was English as well. I was a Catholic bar, so I was like, beat the fuck out of her on the way home.
Sure, we had the same problem last week with fucking Lavery's. You were there
Thursday night?
The Wednesday.
The Wednesday, aye.
The
fucking foreigner. Sorry, the girl from Holland.
She
Aye,
said
because
Holland.
obviously foreigners are only Middle Eastern people.
Yeah,
that's how it
yeah,
works in Northern Ireland.
yeah.
You've got foreigner and expat, tourist, and she's not from here.
She's not from here.
Isn't that the way it works?
That was a very
Did you
strange
fart?
one. No.
Somebody fart?
No.
Jack, did you fart?
No.
I've got another fucking poo flashback.
Oh no.
I can smell it again.
Might have squeezed it a wee.
I knew you farted. That's fucking stinking. Put that coffee down. That's a real linger. Oh, you are 40.
It was about 3 months ago. Like.
Fucking hell.
Takes a while to travel down the old fucking tunnel.
Oh, it's getting
yourself.
worse.
It's whenever I sponge her out of it.
Oh my God.
That's what
Oh my God.
we like to call that the Watsits and Beef Space Raiders combo.
That's one of them farts where you keep double checking if it's still there. It is. That's a.
I wish I had that. I kept her quiet. So.
Oh my God, it's everywhere. Oh my God, I got to change my clothes.
It multiplies.
Jesus wept. It's
He
not.
did.
It's not
He
like.
smelled
It's
that
not like
first.
offensive stinky. It's not like. It's not like.
No,
It's rotten.
not.
It's just.
It's just.
It's just in the earth of Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
that is an absolute Phil Collins. I'm gonna try and bring up an American Psycho here.
Nice.
Fucking she's down the stairs.
Now even I'm getting a wee bit put off.
That's what everyone's trying to go. You might need a wipe out.
No, I'm starting to get
Was it
worried.
warm?
Because it was. So
It smells warm. It smells like it was a warm one.
It's just it was so long ago. I'm going. Did somebody else jump on the bandwagon here
Aye.
and just let
For
me
a second, the way Jack shook his head, I was like, Jack, I know you don't. I was like, that's Jack. That's when I went, fuck me, it's still there.
I don't know.
Anyway. So, what were we talking about? Oh, an English woman left.
Actually, going to slag me about farting on the podcast.
Man, at least mine are just loud and funny. Like, that was just a. How's that still about?
I think it's pretty funny. In fairness.
How is that still about? Is that a hit you using shit? Can you smell that's an entire room now? If you're not on Patreon to watch this, you see how proud of himself he is. I'm proud of you too.
This thing should
Stop
get-
moving your ass, but
This thing
it's like
should-
you're letting more out. How do you Dutch oven without a blanket?
It should
Fuck
get.
me.
It should get. It's been lingering that long. Should get a visa.
Aye.
You know what I mean? It's been.
It's like fucking Cyclone C. Was the one after B?
so small too.
There's nothing worse than a wee bit. And then you're like,
So it's been baking all day. I think.
Jesus Christ, it's only half baked. That's not cooked yet. Put it back in. Christ the night. Alexa, set a timer for fuck off. Ugh.
Guess who was on respite and went out eating 2 nights in a row?
What did you eat? Shit.
Oh, big steak, boys. That's what you're.
Where to where? My God.
That'll bring your hair back.
There. It's like there.
Yeah, you have to turn to it.
I'm obsessed with it now.
Yeah, hold on to see if I can.
I think Ruby has a point.
She's just joined in. I just did a wee crop dust there. Just
That was a proper fucking my eye. It's the worst part is I'm getting dizzy from constantly trying to smell it. Because I'm trying. So when somebody farts, you don't go and leave. You go fucking sip. Do you know what I mean? Oh fucking who did that? You smell shit. I don't do smell shit.
You can smell it.
You can smell it. G.I. Joe was swimming underwater. Christ the night. I forgot what I was going to talk about. Is that 4 minutes, 5 minutes of me going fucking hell? God, you're stinking.
That's we call that the amnesia one. He just makes you forget everything.
Fucking hell! I wish I could forget my sense of smell. So a woman left the gig. What else happened?
I was on with Lavery's, yeah. So we had
Lavery's, yes.
The lady from Holland who was very strange because I was like, she was by herself.
Yeah.
So she had nobody to sit at the table. So then she was trying to latch on to other tables. And
I thought she'd been there the whole night.
I thought she was with people, and then we realised she wasn't.
Because I went down to Lavery's just for a lack of pints.
Look how shops.
And I just thought, fuck my psoriasis, fuck my skin, fuck my whole, I'm going for pints. And so I was sitting watching because she was like doing that thing where she was heckling with her hand up, but she wasn't waiting for you to address it. She was like, I'm not from here.
Oh, fuck.
And I initially thought, one, I thought she was with a crowd of people because she seemed to be sitting talking to people.
Yeah, she seemed to be at the table.
And then two, I thought, that's the same bitch that heckled me in the limelight about 4 months ago. Because that's how small-minded I've become in my mid to late 30s. If there's somebody from a different country, I go, oh, they're back. No, like in Jaws Revenge, where the shark comes back. I'm like,
the sad thing is, it could have been her because she
wasn't, because the one that heckled me was Italian.
Well, I was going to say she wasn't a tourist in that sense. She has a place here. She lives here. So I was like,
and again, it was that foreign accent who's been here long enough to have a Northern Irish accent.
Oh,
I'm from Holland.
I love it.
You know, Amsterdam, I'm near there, mate. I speak fluent Dutch and all. And frankly, I would like to say, I'm also Dutch.
Yeah, the fact that she was Dutch helped an awful lot.
I think she fancied you a bit as well.
I think she did. She was
afterwards. She was kind of. She seemed like she was out in the prowl.
She was floating around. Now she was humming about.
Oh.
She was quite shocked that I had an 18-year-old or going to have an 18-year-old daughter. So I don't know if that was.
Is that what that is?
I don't know if that's a compliment or if it's a fucking. I don't know what way to take it. But yeah, she was very. It was just. I didn't know how to deal with it, so I just had to. Because I was very conscious that there was a fine line between this video, somebody could video this and I'm going to bully some random fucking foreigner by herself in the audience. So I had to let her try and take part in it, but the more you gave her, the more she,
yeah, it was like, I thought you dealt with it very well. I had a really lovely moment at Larry's as well, because it was a fucking great gig. Everybody smashed it. Great, and I had pints.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was then ringing everybody when I got home going, mate, see that bit. Fucking unbelievable. I'd FaceTimed Aaron Butler about 2 a.m. Yeah. And then vomited violently because I'm not supposed to drink on my tablets. I did boke too.
Oh no!
Like, right. So
you're a wild. But I have to say, I'm hands up. I am a boker, especially with alcohol. Like, it's definitely. Right. I would, and it would be like yourself. I could do it in the corner, just I'd look. And then
no. See, this is different.
You were.
So this is very different now. So it's been years since I've boked you to drink, right? Now I think what happened was. No. I mean, like boked. There's been the odd spew. And I've had situations where if I've smoked too much, because no way I can't smoke and walk, if the wind hits me when I'm taking a draw of a fag, I get a wee bit like, right? And I've done like that, and I've maybe bugged up the head of a pint or something, right? Like, but this was
full on
different, right?
In the fucking intestine.
So I had a big feed of mashed potatoes before I left the house, right?
Lovely.
Took my wee tablets, and I thought to myself, that's bound to be enough soakage, and there's enough. A couple of hours had passed before it started drinking. So I was like, "There's no way that's going to mix and give me a wee upset tummy, right?" No. Got into bed, and I think I had 2 cans. And I got back to the house. Got into bed, and I was lying there like, and I went, "Am I going to be sick?" And I got up and walked to the toilet. And went, "No, I'm not. I'm just fucking pissed." And I got back into bed, and then I woke up, like didn't even wake up because I hadn't been to sleep yet. Just jumped out of the bed and went, and like. I'm not joking. I was wiping book off my walls and everything. Like,
oh, the projectile.
Run into the hall, threw up, and I mean, like, do like holding it while it's got like a Chinese water feature, right?
Goes that there.
Yeah. Got into the bathroom then again, boked again, and it was one of those situations where I opened my mouth and it went everywhere but the toilet. Like I was pointing directly at the toilet and it went. There was boke on the door frame in the bathroom.
Hope you're enjoying your food.
Yeah, I hope you're. By the way, remember I broke my toilet seat as well, so I was depressing as fuck, poking into a broken toilet seat because I'd managed to get one screw off it the night before and couldn't get the other half off. So as I'm poking, the fucking toilet seat's moving like I'm driving a bus. And fuck me, what a like. Oh, no. And the next day, I when did I do that?
And then did you clean up that night, obviously, and you steam it? No, you wait the next day.
No, I threw towels and stuff over it, I threw stuff over it.
Jesus Christ!
So I couldn't see it, but I was like, and see the next day I booked that hard. I was having I would say I was having a panic attack for 2 days, right? But and a part of me went, did I book so hard that I dislodged my heart?
You legs down
like,
your ankles.
I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm having proper fucking palpit. Like Jordan Robinson, we were gigging together on the Thursday night, I think it was, and I was like, man, is my heart beating real fast? Because I thought, no, he's the heart expert. Do you know what I mean? Because he's got a new one. Jordan's just standing.
That he's just fucking violently
He's got 14
abusing.
fags taped together, like fucking, nah, you're right, mate. But then on, maybe go see a doctor. I don't know. It was horrible, and a proper shaky the whole next day. And then went and did Pug Uglies on the Thursday night. Couldn't think of any material. Put a man to sleep.
Nice.
On the Thursday, a man from Craigavon just fell asleep during my set. Brilliant. And I was too hungover to even go, by the way, everybody, he's asleep. I just thought I'm just going to...
Oh, you let it go? You just let him sleep?
Yeah. Like I walked off, Dave was up, man. This guy fell asleep, and I was like, I know, man. Just give me the money. Let me get the fuck out of here. I need to go home, clean this book up.
Oh, man, you actually...
Thank God I've Lido and live my own.
That's a 48 hours of a fucking...
When I have to admit it. I keep trying. I keep admitting I'm too old. Too old to party. I'm too old to party. And then going, we'll try one more.
Yeah. It does get you the gap, but doesn't it? Like even for myself, the odd time it might only happen once a year, or whatever. But you go.
I was very tempted to book into the Birches tonight and be like, come on, we'll go and take pints after this.
I can do this because sure, I haven't had a drink in a year, and then you forget. Oh, that's the reason why you can't. Is because you haven't had a drink in a year.
That's the thing. Well, I hadn't. It's not that it's been nowhere near a year. Like.
No, but you've had like I mean, you reduced your fucking intake. Yeah.
And then the next morning, I had to throw any drink that was in my fridge. There was a load of cans of beer and cider and stuff people had left from being over months ago. Threw it all. Couldn't even look at it.
Why?
Threw it all out. Like.
Oh,
now, I remember we mini globes still are full of the spirits, but I had to just be like, I can't even have that in the house.
The feeling of that.
It was rough, man. It was so rough. And it was.
I can't believe you let the guy fall asleep.
It was towards the end. Do you know one of those ones where it was like, because here's what happened too. I was so full of confidence from Lavery's on Wednesday because I jumped up with no material.
Yes, that's right. You had a great one.
And had a great one. And I was like, I have Mickey Bartlett. I can just get up. And it just falls out of me. So I battled through 25 minutes of down on my hole. And when I was getting towards the end, I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to wrap up here because I don't care. And that was a weird one because it was like, and again, I know I said it last week in the podcast, if you're going to come to a comedy gig, don't bring drugs with you.
Yeah, well,
because there was a mixture of two guys who were just steaming, and then a crowd of like PTs who either had taken a lot of electrolytes that day, or were wrapping keys up
on the fucking Peruvian fish scale.
The old fucking Colombian marching powder. No, the old.
What is the difference with fish scale and normal
fish scale?
Fish scale,
I have a clue, man. You have to understand, anytime I've imbibed in drugs, I've never bought it. It's always just been here, take me about there, see how you get on.
Whenever
I've told you my story at the time I got offered drugs at a certain quite well-known comedy festival, and had a real moment where, and it was a genuine, like a lot of fucking serious men, and it was like a serious man there who was taking cash for the substance, not off me, but I didn't want to embarrass myself by going, what is this exactly? Because I don't know how to take it.
What was it?
I think it was coke. I went up and it smelled like coke.
Could have been fucking heroin.
Yeah. Is fish scale the one that comes in like a crystally thing? You have to cut it up yourself?
Yeah, I was going to say it. So I genuinely, I know, but I don't have much of an idea on
I honestly
coke, like, but whenever I was in the darknet markets, you would have had almost like a tiered system. So you had like social coke, and then you had good coke, and then you had this, what they would call either Colombian or Peruvian fish scale. So it looked like the scales of a fish that was coming in. So that's like pure, basically. But there was a different level you could pay to buy that level. I never did. Obviously, I was too busy on the cannabis section. You know what I mean? But
so you're just scrolling down to see, you see coke. We read.
They always went next beside each other. Cocaine and cannabis always beside each other on the list.
It goes cannabis, cigarettes, cocaine, isn't it, alphabetically speaking?
No, actually, it doesn't. No, because cigarettes come under tobacco.
That would make sense. So I obviously have no idea.
Tobacco's just beside weapons.
What's the difference between crack and is crack just cocaine you smoke?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked that. I thought you were going to elaborate. Like,
no, I think
I was like, over to you, shitty hole.
I assume they do have. I assume they add something to it, but no, it's usually just the way it's taken. Like,
no.
But the fact is, when we rocks, I always wondered what that was about. Is it because it's just coke? It's not properly smashed up or ground up?
I've seen MDMA that looks like that.
Yeah, MDMA pure can be the good. Yeah.
And again, you're like, why would you take that to a pub? Cut it up, crush it up in the house when you're ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to panic and overdose on this. I thought it was bath salts.
I went to 50th.
Landless bath 5 days, brilliant.
I went to
Never been more fucking relaxed in my life.
50th birthday party, and the 50-year-old and his mates took fucking raw MDMA. And the crack I had at that party watching the cunt.
50? Fuck me. That's taking your, like...
3?
I thought I was bad being 35 and going, I could probably drink middle of the week.
This was just a normal fucking weekend to them. But by the end of the night, I had never seen it in my life before. And I still don't know why they did it. By the end of the night, do you remember the 3 of them were chasing each other around? Do you remember in primary school when you played tag and you just run past everybody as much as you could? And the 3 of them run after each other. 150 people at the party, and these 3 were running after each other.
Fuck me, man.
At 50 years of age.
There's something
because I got it for them as a birthday present, but it was the fucking strongest MDMA.
Don't admit that in fucking pop. I'm not going to jail, man. We're already wearing the uniforms, I suppose. It's a weird thing. I know it's glamorized a lot in the movies and such, but a part of me is like, I'd love to be one of those men that could be in his 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
What's the secret? I've been blocked every day since I was 9.
Yeah.
Any health problems? Some.
Same as everybody else, except I've had some really good times.
I can't do it. I would.
I always get amazed. Drugs. I have a fear of drugs that are strong, like proper, like so heroin and things like that. I would just have a fear of going.
I'm like Billy Connolly. I'm saving that for whenever I get cancer.
Yeah, there's things like that where I'm going. I don't. 2 things. Number one, I'm going. Knowing my addictive personality, it'll be 6 months, and I would be sucking boys off for a fucking 8-ball. So I would not want.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not want to venture down for an 8-ball. I
don't even know how much 8-ball is.
But to be able to
take it and leave it,
with it. But I also have the fear of the strength of it, because I don't know how far it's gonna. Like weed, you've had probably the experience of like, oh fuck, I've taken too much weed sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the worst thing that happens is a wee bit of anxiety or rest. I would have the fear of a real strong drug that you're going to like, fuck, I need to go to hospital type thing. Yeah. You're never going to hospital for weed.
I've always wanted to like talk to some sort of like, do those rock stars who are in really good shape, and you go, how do you do both of them? Like, how do you take drugs, drink and all that carry on and still get up and go to the gym? Well,
you have to go to fucking Switzerland like fucking Keith Richards and just replace your blood.
Is that what he does?
His whole new blood, his whole body has to be fucking redone over the year. Now, in later years, Keith Richards might be doing it, but the whole way through the 80s, 90s, he was going to Switzerland to get his blood.
Fucking class.
Just brand new blood. That's why he's still about so long.
Fucking because I know is there a BBC4 documentary with Keith Richards? There's a really good bit in it. It might be Netflix actually, but he's talking about like he goes. A lot of people wonder, like, am I as much of a party animal as I say I am? Or have I just done this and kept this persona up just to be like a cool sort of rock star? And as he's talking about it, a half-naked woman just walks out and goes, do you want a cup of tea? Is that more right, baby?
I think it was Robin Williams did a bit about him, about the whole blood transfusion thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's you get the money. That's you've answered your question. How do the rich millionaire rock stars do it?
And then you get the flips. You get the likes of Robin Williams, who's like, I can't. The hair on my knuckles, I fucking can't.
Yeah, but fentanyl, that's the one that really scares the shit. We talked about this before on here, like fentanyl. Fentanyl's in Oman now, which is a fucking scary handling, a very scary handling, and I don't know where it goes after that because we're all fucked.
Colin Murphy told me a belter of a story on Tuesday night, and we were trying to guess. When you hear a story and you go, I wonder what they were taking, and a story about a guy outside. So 2 things happened. First of all, there was a fight outside the Empire before the gig started.
Before the gig?
Yeah, right. I don't think they were going to the gig. Some guy... Do you know
That's what I mean is it was early on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay.
But it was like, do you know, there's obviously a lot of... I mean, I don't want to use the term junkies, but there's a lot of users sort of hanging around that wee bit of Botanic, right? Just that one corner around the Empire and Cafe Nero and the Spar, because they love jambons.
A lot of consumers.
A lot of consumers, yes, because there's nothing... That's what they say about heroin, I think, is it makes you really want a pastry. Do you know what I mean? We jambon, we sausage roll. And ham and cheese slice.
It heightens your consumption.
Oh, that's it. That just makes you want savoury stuff. Do you know what I mean? Maybe a chewing gum. But, so there was a fight between some guy who was walking across the street and almost bumped into a car. And the guy in the car was like, fuck you, mate. And the guy who almost got hit by the car was like, you near fucking... But apparently they were both going, oh, fuck off. And then backing off. And then, no, fuck you.
And that was the home and away fight.
And then Murphy told a story about a guy who'd been in the gig, was literally walking around the audience taking pictures of women on his phone. Right? I think Fred Cook was on the stage. Fred Cook was like, mate, you can't be fucking just taking pictures of women. Like, what the fuck are you at? So the guy got kicked out by the bouncers, walked out of the Empire and got into a fucking empty police car and started driving it. And thankfully, a police Land Rover had been across the street, seen him, and Murph was like, he goes, I don't know if the cop car rammed, or if the Land Rover rammed the cop car,
or the cop car,
or if he drove into a wall because he was out of it. And we all went, Spice. Has to be Spice.
No, it wouldn't be Spice.
Because Spice is the one we see. That was the TikTok videos of people just fucking like
zombified.
Yeah.
But no, you
full
wouldn't.
blown, like their feet are still flat, but their heads behind them on the ground, like
but no,
like crab walking.
Well, Spice wouldn't give you the fucking energy. That's what I'm saying. You know, you wouldn't have the ability to.
But Coke wouldn't. Coke wouldn't give you the confidence. Well, maybe it would depends on the person was.
Enough Coke, like you wouldn't feel a thing.
No, but that would have to be something hallucinogenic where you're like, this was Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, he definitely, he definitely.
I mean? Do you think was he in that car and just saw 5 stars appear? Thought, oh fuck, I've gone too far.
San Andreas fucking.
He's gonna wake up outside the police station with no guns. Fuck's sake.
Busted again.
Oh Jesus
$3
Christ,
grand, bastard.
Oh, gonna have to go and rob a hooker here.
I just finished that the other day. You know, completed it. I was telling you last week. First time.
You just finished Grand Theft. Oh, the PlayStation arrive?
Yes.
Fuck, you didn't even tell me we could have had a wee fucking.
I can't, sure, I know online. Sure, I can't fucking down in the shed of
Have you played Last of Us yet?
I haven't installed.
I'm
ready on it.
I'm
because
fucking telling you now.
Now I finished Grand Theft Auto. That's the next minute.
I'm telling you now, and I don't even know if it's worth trying to do it with smoking you.
Oh,
because it's fucking. When you start playing that game, it's so scary.
Nice.
It's really, really good. I also advise you to play it, right? Finish it, and then just start again. Because when you start again, you keep all your level ups, and you're just fucking killing zombies left, right, and center like a bad man. For battles and stones and all. Fucking stone that zombie to fuck.
Do you know what I did, bud? I was in Belfast yesterday because I had to. My daughter is it's her formal today.
Her prom.
Her prom. Fuck's sake.
She looks well now. I saw the dress.
She does. She looks well now.
Very glamorous.
Scrubs up well. But I had to. There was a handbag emergency.
Oh fuck.
And now there's not. If any of the ladies listening, you'll know there's nothing worse than a fucking handbag emergency. Now the call went out. There was a light on the sky of just a picture of a bag.
Get that now.
Get a bag, and there was no bag.
Fuck.
So right up until yesterday, there was a fucking handling now, a real handling, trying to get a bag.
Fuck.
So then some fucking bastard told him I was going to fucking Hollywood to see Shane Todd.
Fuck.
Maybe you could
Shane will have loads on about, in fairness.
Yeah, he did actually, did a load of selection. And then I got the dreaded, maybe you could go to Victoria Square and pick us up. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I had to go in yesterday and pick up a fucking a bag in accessories. And I thought, what the fuck am I doing?
Don't be fucking saying that.
Sorry,
girls going to a formal with an accessorised bag. Even I know what's fucking.
Sorry, Michael Kors. I mean, it was opposite beside Dyson.
Aye.
And I just thought, what the fuck am I doing in here buying a fucking handbag? So I went and bought myself FIFA 22.
Good man, get the internet installed. Okay, I've got that as well. We can play it.
Yeah.
Now we were talking about this before. Me and Connor were talking about, right? Well, I was talking about it. See, because of the way, and obviously we don't fucking we hate these people, but the way that men have been treating women recently, right? A lot of press going on about it is now, and it's. I hope this is. This is going to sound way. I've made this sound way worse than it is, right? Okay. But it's very hard now. It's very hard now to do stand up just about what it's like living with a woman.
Yeah.
And I mean the nice things. I don't mean the fucking like. I mean the silly wee things. Like, for example, if you book to go somewhere and then a woman Googles the place you're going and says the words, oh my God, they have a pre-mark.
Oh my God.
Which happens. Is a thing that happens. And as a man, you go, on what?
If you stand...
Sodas everywhere.
Only for the fire in Belfast, right? If there was a certain point outside Primark, if you stood, you could see the outline of my footprints. From having stood there for so many fucking hours smoking fags, just going, I don't know when this is going to end.
There's always that. It's almost like soft play as well. And there's always just a crowd of fellas standing. I went into Zara one time with a girl I was going out with, and I was like, I can't fucking be around these people.
Well,
because women in shops.
Do you know what else annoys me with shops and women and all that whole culture, right? Mm-hmm. So I went again.
There should be a bar for men.
Again, well, here
Rossmere Shopping Centre used to have a pub in it.
Absolutely.
And it was just fellas, the Cove Inn, just full of men sitting there.
The fellas and the wains in there, and we'll look after them, feed them full of Coke and peanuts, and we'll be fucking loud. And they'll meet loads of people, and they'll have experience. That's all.
Yeah, 100%.
We got it. The same thing happened to me before Christmas. Again, up in Belfast for something, and my wife was like, "Oh, you could go into Lush and check out some bath bombs for Mia for Christmas. I was like, for fuck's sake, I don't even know what a bath bomb is. Imagine going to Belfast looking for a bath bomb.
Aye. I think that fuck you did is definitely a bath bomb.
I need to go in the bath.
I need a warning. Fucking hell, phone ahead in the future.
And this is my thing, right? So there definitely is this thing where at Christmas time, especially Christmas time, people who work in retail must know. There must be a smell of us, and there's a smell of me today, but I mean, there must be a smell of us of going, oh, he's a guy who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yes. It's the facial expression. It's this look.
Well, that's exactly the look.
Because a woman has Terminator vision when she goes into the shop like that. We're like, does not compute, lost connection.
We are so simple. I need to go into a store, right? Because I've been sent for bath bombs. So I need to be able to walk one step into the store, look up and see a massive fucking sign saying bath bombs. Because that's how I need to operate. And I don't see that, and then I go, oh, fuck. So then I have to ask for help. And then what I get sold is, what I didn't know, but I was basically came home with 5 years worth of bath bombs.
Aye.
I was supposed to buy 1 or 2, but I didn't fucking know.
Home with an arsenal.
They were $4.50 each. I ended up spending £72 or something. I was like, what the fuck? How did he do that? And I was a guy going, and
do they work in commission on Lush, do they?
I think they do, right? And this guy, right, and he was a lovely fella, really, really good, but really good at his job, but as camp as could be, right? And is then deciding to read out to me all these bath bombs. So apparently there was like, I don't know, 20 fucking 5 of them or something in a box, and this big nice Christmas. And I'm going to get you the text, but to have a guy read out to you like, well, this one's Unicorn Dream, and what this, and they're reading out all the sort of flavours and thing, and I'm going,
makes you wild horny.
Give a flying fuck. To the point I then bought it just to stop him from reading the descriptions. And I came home and said to my wife, she said, what the fuck? And I was like, I told her, and she was like, he done that in badness.
Aye.
And I was like, well, he must have known I was just going to just give it to me. Stop fucking reading, just give it to me.
So when you go into a perfume shop and you see them pull out them wee fucking wavy bits of paper and you're all, no. I know what I'm in here for. That's why, like,
have you ever went and bought, you're going to have to do this now because you're in a relationship, this is going to happen to you as well. Have you ever had to go to Joe Malone?
No, I never will.
No?
I'll never do it. I'll fucking never do it. Do you know what it is? And this is from somebody, because I've worked in retail quite a bit. When I see Joe Malone in people's houses, I go, that looks cheap.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Do you know what else looks cheap is when you go in there and the flavours are basil and pomegranate, and you're going, what the fuck? So then you have to do the wavy thing because I'm going, I don't want there to smell like seaweed.
Is Joe Malone perfume or is it?
It's perfume and aftershave.
Oh, right, okay. See, I always thought Joe Malone to me always looks like room fragrancer.
There's reed diffusers too. That's
now, don't get me wrong, I love a good diffuser. I went in the other week and I spent about fucking £30 on diffuser. My living room smells fantastic.
The reed diffusers is for the people who can't afford the perfume. Apparently.
Well, Next don't do perfume. Actually, Next do perfume, but I work there.
No, the Joe Malone ones.
Oh, the Joe Malone ones.
Yeah.
I bought mine out of Next. Because Next used to do aftershave. I remember one time spraying Next aftershave on my shirt because I think it was when I was working there, I was like, oh, I'll just fucking... I was late for work or something, threw a shirt on, sprayed the aftershave on, and the shirt started to sizzle.
Fucking what is it, Anchorman, Black Panther?
Aye. No, it was like, do you know whenever you put curry on a prawn cracker? That's the noise it was making on my skin. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? There's certain.
If anybody wants any bath bombs, I'll sell them. $4.50 a go.
Do you ever use a bath bomb? Bath looks like you pissed in it.
No.
It turns the water a colour of someone's either bled, shat, or pissed in here.
I genuinely think it's about 6 years ago since I bathed. I think when I
not bathed, no, I just had a bath.
No, it was a
yeah.
I just there's never one big enough.
See, my wee flat has quite a decent bath, so I've started to enjoy the baths now. It's a good sized bath.
If you have a good sized bath,
it's a good sized bath. And the odd time I've gone, I'm going to get a wee bath bomb, see what the fuss is here, and then I immediately go, oh, sir, ass is sore. And it looks like I'm pissed on it. It looks, but the water turns a colour of that's not fucking. You shouldn't have that.
That's unicorn. And if you get that's unicorn dream.
But if you get a blue one, you go, oh, blue wicked, and your brain goes trick it. Obviously, my brain goes trick it. Anyone else will go Windeline, but me being me, I fucking hate bath bombs. I don't know. There's certain wee issues. I think we should be allowed to just go, right, listen, we obviously there's differences between men and women, and I think we should still be allowed to make fun of it. Instead of it becoming a whole political fucking stance.
Well, we talked about this before. I think you're in a better position if you are committed to the person.
I said this to you earlier as well. I noticed the other night in Lavery's, so Geddes was doing material. If you have a wife,
yes,
you can say, I fucking hate that bitch. Yes. And people go, I get it.
Yeah.
He hates me, I hate him.
Yeah.
But if I go, my girlfriend, they're like, well, how long has it been? And because that could be problematic.
You definitely, I definitely get more leeway than you do.
Yeah, I have a new bit about how, do you know, whenever, and this has happened, and I've done it enough times now to see women go, aye, right. But when you're having a lovely day, right, and you're with your woman, and she's having a lovely day, and she's looking at you like he is brilliant, and then something in a woman's head goes, fuck him. And I just decide to ruin your fucking day. And out of nowhere, they go, fuck's wrong with you? And you're like, I was literally eating ice cream and jelly.
Are you telling me?
Pants. I've had the best day of my life. I now know. I've been in enough long-term relationships that if a woman says to me, fuck's wrong with you, one of our mates got engaged.
Yes.
I know
you're at that age now,
yeah. I know what's happening.
Somebody bought a house or somebody's christened.
I'm like, who's pregnant? What happened? Who got a ring? Who's in Portugal? Who put up an Instagram story that has made you go, I'm a piece of shit?
And that's why you can never
settle down.
Women.
Yeah, that's why I'm just going to go full gay.
No, I mean in your material, you can't slag off until you get past that point. Then you're in the club.
I might just start lying.
It's a very fucking depressed club.
I might just lie and say I've been married since I was 20. I'm going to start making up kids and all.
Yeah, you should.
I'm just going to full make up a fake life.
You definitely will get away with more. Yeah. I mean, because especially like for me, I'm long term.
You seem thrilled.
Yeah. you drift apart and you float back in the odd time. But you call it in Christmas and birthday, see how they're getting on. But I think we would have separated a long time ago. Only the two of us don't want the wins. You know what I mean?
Well, I've said it before. My mum once said to my face, she would have left my dad, but she knew it would have made him happy. The venom and I think there's definitely a point as well where like there is something fucking great about when you're in a relationship and the one has a problem with the other one and the other one goes, would you ever fuck up? They don't take it thick. Do you know what I mean? Fuck you. Do you want a cup of tea? I fucking do want a cup of tea. That's love.
Yeah.
It's not Instagram shit. It's not another year with this one.
It's
none of that. It's like I've told you the story before. But whenever I knew the day I realised my parents have been in love for 36 years, was around Christmas time last year before. My mum was sitting eating a box of roses, right, staring at the TV and just fucking rattling an entire box of roses. And my dad was staring at her, and he went, "Michael," that's what he calls me, right? And that's a bang on a person. If you met my dad, it's a bang on a person. He went, "Michael, fucking stay that." And my mum, without even fucking looking up from the TV, lifted her leg, farted, and kept eating. And I was like, the fact that he's still here is how much he loves her, and the fact that she's comfortable enough to do it and knows he won't leave is how much he loves him.
Fuck, you should hear my wife farting. Jesus Christ.
Oh, really?
Oh my God. She just did it before I left the house. Like the house was full of people. Like, so it's like family and stuff.
Let one rip.
I mean,
I don't know what it is, man. There's something when women fucking let a fart go. I fucking think it's the funniest thing in the world. I also find it very cute.
Una, by the way, is her sister, right? Una's her sister, and Una's a nurse.
Sorry.
So Una's the
for medical reasons. By the way, this isn't for. I'm not having a wank over farts.
She's the medical advisor for anything because she's a nurse. I was like, what the fucking people here? We just stopped doing. Una says it can hurt me if I don't. And I'm like, Una, fucking need to get yourself off.
I mean, it could hurt you.
You could fucking hold it in you.
But you know, I fuck holding farts in. Like, I'm very much.
When you let them go?
No, but here, no, but no, I did. I told you I kept smelling. I went lightheaded trying to smell it again. And by the way, it's still floating about. I haven't mentioned it in 20 minutes. It's still hanging there. That's a proper daft fart.
And I know what's going to happen now. We're going to leave this studio, and then when we come back in
next week,
it's going to hit us.
Yeah,
in the space time.
Yeah, you're going to forget. We're going to walk around and people go, "Did you all shit yourselves?" And we're probably better off when I did actually. Because we wouldn't see a man fall, do you mean? Because we're a loyal wee team here at Deckchair and Yumz. We're not going to blame it on anybody else. We're going to go, no, we all fall on our sword. Like in fucking Billy Madison, peeing your pants is cool. No, we shit ourselves every week, meet up, shit ourselves in one room, talk for a bit, and we answer some questions.
We'll get that political status yet.
I love farts.
Yeah.
There's, 14 years, whatever it is, being a comedian, touring the world, seeing all the fucking finest performers in the world. Nothing makes me laugh harder than just a fucking letting one rip.
Especially at
in the bath. Oh, farting in the bath, hilarious.
Oh, aye. And then you have to wait for a wee second for the bubbles to burst.
Yeah.
Like hot shots.
Yeah. Do you remember like when you would fart in a school seat in school and it would go up your back?
Oh.
And then, do you remember they would bubble a wee bit?
There was a wee bubble in there.
There was sometimes it would wait and then you'd feel a wee bubble pop on your back and you go, what did I just do there? Was that just me? I used to drink Mr. Matey though, so that's probably what the felt.
What?
Mr. Matey.
All right.
Bubble bath, we joke.
That was Mr. Meaty. I was like, what?
We called the PE teacher. You couldn't drink that, boy. No, I took chewing. You needed the back teeth too. So that one was just, it's like a well cooked steak. Well, a hole in the top. Oh, Mr. Meaty. Oh, what a guy.
I don't know where we go with that one, so I think that's also the end, is it?
Is it? Are you ready to go already?
No,
only in through the door, fuck's sake.
Only here, the two of us all.
Only in. Talk shit for an hour. I suppose I will go and do some questions now. So please jump over to Patreon. We didn't really talk about much. That was just a wee catch up. I feel like because we were a couple of days late.
We're a couple of days late.
Any shitting stories this week, Connor?
Because Mickey was away getting the ride.
It was Valentine's. I'm sure. Did you get the ride? No, riding. No. Any wanks, boys? I did a wanks. No, did a wank?
I didn't get anything.
Any wee Valentine's wank?
I didn't get. You know what I got?
A hard time.
A bag of Watsits.
Bag of here. Big bag though.
It was a big bag.
What
Marks
flavour?
and Spencer's ones.
Oh, the Marks and Spencer's Watsits. So it's like not just Watsits. These are Marks and Spencer's Watsits.
Marks and Spencer's ones because she knows I'm worth it.
That's L'Oreal, but sure. No wanking at all, boys. No, not even. You didn't fit yourself to a wee fucking.
That's FIFA 22. Don't tell her.
I suppose I put your dick through the hole of the disc.
Don't tell the missus.
Anyway, I'm on tour. If you want to go to shine.net, get some tickets for that.
Well, if you're listening to this, you're a week behind. So
you're a week behind, so probably.
And I know some people are like, "Oh, we shouldn't be a week behind," but then you should come to Patreon.
I didn't know we were putting out a week behind.
Yeah, I did that behind your back.
No, well, fuck.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, it was one of those things. It's just like we either get more patrons or we don't do the podcast.
Oh, right, well,
it was.
At least we know who's in it for the money.
It was getting down to that
who's
point.
in it for the art. The art of podcasting and art.
We make it an art.
I don't know now.
We make it
We've
an art.
literally talked about shit for 30 minutes early.
Look at this matching.
And well, if you're listening to this, you can't even look, can you? Must be like being blind. Ooh. Anyway, go to shine.net, get tickets for the shows. Comedy's all back. There's rules. We didn't even talk about the fact the rules are over. COVID's over.
Look at us two. What the fuck do we?
It's all over, man. It's all over. Thank God there's elections coming up. Fuck me.
Thank fuck Ukraine was there.
Oh Jesus wept. Fucking hell. Thank fuck Prince Andrew raped that woman. Oh my God. It was something else to talk about. I mean, didn't rape her. He never met her.
Never met her. No.
Didn't do anything wrong there. He never even met her. How can you meet her? You Pizza Express. That's the dearest pizza in the world, isn't it?
Wild.
Fuck me.
Pizza Express. I never ate like it.
I never go near it.
No,
never go near it. No, I've paid about as much for a Domino's.
Oh no bother!
Watch, there's 2 in. You throw a wee side on, fucking 12 million easy.
They deliver you a wee fucking wee woman as well. Like,
well, you asked for a Frank's hot sauce, so I had to take out the loan of a small country. By the way, I couldn't find the house, so it's cold. So I'm just having a Domino's flashback. Anyway, thanks for listening. Jump over to Patreon if you want to see our beautiful faces, matching shirts, mice asses. No, I'll make that sexier. If you want to see our beautiful faces, matching shirts, and mice I can't fucking think of anything else to say about asses.
We also have, there's the bonus episode of Just Wrapping On.
Bonus episode Just Wrapping On.
But we now somehow have managed to do a full bonus episode.
We do a bonus episode of questions as well. So if you want to hear your questions read out, like it's the BBC in the 70s.
Mickey will fix it.
Dear Deckchair and Yumz, I was watching fucking Points of View last night. Or what? That's a really old reference. I don't even understand. Anyway, fucking look after yourselves. All the best. Cheerio. Fuck Prince Andrew.
What's up, motherfuckers?